to do 100 hunts with everything. Otherwise, it's just disgraceful. Also, why are we fighting Gossarag? Suppose I'm not going to complain, considering I need the claws for attack gems. I'm guessing is why we're doing it. I can't think of any other reason why you would want to fight this abomination. Or this Obama Snow. Get it? Because... Oh, jog on, you were not triggered by me coming in here. Oh, no, it's because of the little things. Cool. You got level 7 attack. Well, yeah, but you might... I was mashing B, by the way. Welcome to the reason why I absolutely hate this monster. Just as a quick reminder, I'm still on 406 defense. So, yep. You do still have an old piano sheet book from when you were in primary school? Fair. I remember one time at school we had, in music class, we did this thing for, was it a whole term, I think? It was like there were like 4 or 5 different instruments, like instrument types, and then like the classroom was sectioned off into different instruments, and so you like, every couple weeks, I think it was, so like every couple of lessons, everyone would rotate to what you were playing. So like you'd start on the keyboard and then move on to like guitar and then whatever else. I can't remember the other instruments they had, like xylophone might have been one of them, because you know we're cool like that. We bring an Infernape with us, or just any fire Pokemon, you know. Stupid question, but I did switch my build, right? See, this is dumb. Yeah, I'm on 7 ice, which I think is meant to be negative. Oh no, I'm still on thunder resistance. Whoops. Why does that do half my health? Just why? Yeah, that's what I thought. Slugger biatch. I broke his stupid face. We just had a siege and now you're back. Hey, well, welcome back. Master, is there anything that gives, like, is there, like, ever an error code when it does stuff like that, or? I just wondering if there's any indication of what it could be. Like, if it's, like, the CPU, or the motherboard, or what. Because I remember, I don't suppose you guys remember before... Oh god, what were we trying to play? It was like a year and a half ago, I think, where my computer just was running really sluggishly, and I had to switch from OBS to Streamlabs OBS, which then still didn't fix it. I think I might have reinstalled Windows as well, possibly, because it just was running stupidly slow. Yeah, and I found out what the issue was. It's because my CPU fan was falling off. So, yeah, that was cool. Like one of the, because it was an Intel one at the time. It was before I upgraded my PC. So it was one of the like the hook things that they use, like the twisty ones. One of those was loose because I think a part of it snapped, so it wasn't actually locked into place properly. Yeah, it just sort of came loose, and it wasn't like dangling off, but it just wasn't like tightly attached to the CPU. The CPU was overheating so much. Which, funnily enough, if you're streaming, isn't great, because OBS uses the CPU more than anything else. Rude. Should everything freezes for a bit. When was the last time you cleared out your computer? It could be that it's overheating. It could just be dusty and stuff. I mean, even if that's not even if that's not the issue, still not a terrible idea to do. Every once in a while. That goes for everyone, really. Cleaning your PC is usually a good idea. Ooh, got him. I'm guessing we're still trying to break the arms and stuff. But the claws. Oh, I hit the leg, damn it. So how's he not mountable yet? Or have you guys already done it? Oh, Mitsune. Oh, look, it's rideable. I could have tried getting it into the walls and stuff, but I do 2 hits on the walls and then finish it off on the Mitsune. But okay, that's one of the claws broken. Yeah. That went pretty well.
This should fix it.
Oh. Free stuff. Hey, got a claw, nice. Where are we going? Down here. That's the wrong way. Oh, Dango Booster was one off? Okay, so it lasts for a while. For the first 10 minutes of the quest? Actually, I'm surprised it still is in effect when I died. Gonna get hit by that. Oh, no, I'm not, because I'm a pro. Trying to psych you all out. You're welcome. Ow. Give me that claw. Like I was trying to hit us with this broken one. It's a shame when you break something it doesn't just go limp. It's like if you break both his hands that he just sort of waves them about. Go, what is it? Wacky waving inflatable tube man. Or just trying to punch you with it. I'd be down to fight a monster like that. That'd be great. Be different at least. Whoa, that didn't work. You gonna die yet, or get pain about it? Yes, get pain about it. Whoa. Now it's almost dead. Oh, I hit the ice with it, so the explosion didn't go because the ice broke. Bad game. That could have killed me. And we would have failed the quest right at the end, which would have been super fun. I suppose in theory we should have actually put down a trap, because 2 of us have died, but we're too pro for that, so. Still trying to feed your inspiration machine. I thought that's the only reason why you're here, Angelic. Just to steal my ideas and turn them into drawings and stuff, and class them as your own. Which I'm fine with, to be honest. Bomb up the butt. What? Feels like it was a new meaning to explosive diarrhea. Hilarious. Who doesn't love good old poop jokes? You know? Oh, it's like right at the top there, isn't it? Finding our crop.
Man, I'm good at this. Good job, buddy.
Grayson found out that it was a mining thing only. Yeah, it is. Yeah, he drops the blocks of ice and stuff. Gracium you can get from mining here, though? It at least went to the right place, I think. Also here, oh, it's a horn. And got 2 extra claws, nice. So I can make 1 attack gem if I get a Magnum Arno plate. If I wanted to, but I think I have like 4 attack gems and I'm not using like 3 of them, so. I like I got a Mitsusune plate, Jesus. Mitsusune was only there for like 3 seconds. Yeah, you went around. Ah, nice.
Welcome to the hub. Come back anytime.
He's ready for some spiders. I've only fought 1 spider, like properly, and that was in the story. I don't think I've done it since. Fire? I want to say fire. Just make sure this is like the correct build. Yeah.
Time for a break.
It's really external without much context, so just gonna wake up tomorrow and just read wacky inflatable tube man monster question mark. Like, okay, I guess. Fair enough. Well, no, it starts off as a normal monster. It's only until after you break its arms, then it becomes the wacky inflatable tube man monster. Because it just sort of waves its arms around like that, because they're just broken. You're telling me you wouldn't be down for that? That's amazing. Also, I don't know why I keep checking my tea, even though it's still stupidly hot. I checked like 3 seconds ago. Furious typing. Oh wait, wasn't there? I know there was something that I meant to talk about today, because I noticed it. Live event? Question mark. I want to say there's a new event thing for Monster Hunter on the 27th. I think. Don't quote me on that. There is. April 27th. We're getting a Monster Hunter digital event, which will have the latest news and trailers for Monster Hunter Stories 2. So no one actually cares. But it also has details on the upcoming free title update for Monster Hunter Rise. So that will be at 3 o'clock BST on the 27th, which is next Tuesday. So I probably won't watch that during the stream. I mean, we could, but I'll probably just watch it. I suppose I don't usually watch them. I just get the updates from people telling me, and Reddit. So, best boy Chameleos. It's well. How are you gonna see him? Wouldn't it just be like fighting John Cena? You're just wailing all over the place, hoping for the best. Like, maybe you'll hit him, maybe you don't. And then you find out he's in, like, 2 areas over on a different map. This boy Kecleon. It would be nice if it's, like, a more regular thing. How often did we get new stuff in World? I suppose when the game came out, we didn't actually get that many new things. Because it was mostly just events. For a while anyway, but then again, you did have loads of stuff to do because there were so many monsters. Very bad boy Gary. I mean, who doesn't love Gary motherfucking Oak, you know? He is the OG Gary motherfucking Oak. What are we killing? Oh yeah, no, Craig's got the right idea. Words I never thought I'd say. I don't even know if this is quicker from where I was. I think it is slightly. Wee. Oh, wait. Bump. That should have been like 1 billion damage. 'Cause I'm cool. Ah no, I've been stuck in some white gooey stuff. It's all sticky. What do I do? You might have thought from Gary from SpongeBob. Yes, yeah, but he's a snail. Now whenever I think of Gary, it's always Gary motherfucking. Ah, white sticky stuff. It's always Gary motherfucking Oak. It's gotta be, you know. I remember someone made a Gary Oak civilization in Civ 5, and it was really dumb because it was broken, like obviously so. Oh no, white sticky stuff. Why was it just lying on the floor? Please clear up after yourself, Jesus. What was I saying? Yeah, Civ 5. Yes, there was a whole bunch of, there was a, I think there were two versions of it. One was the broken OP version, which is like he would have a Blastoise that would just have like 1,000 attack, which just replaced warriors or something, like at the beginning of the game. So you just killed everyone immediately. It was great. I was in the middle of doing my attack. I didn't realize that's what was happening. I do apologize. Why was there a big explosion? And why did I get hit by it? Also, yes, white gooey sticky stuff. Also known as spider webs. Because what else could it have been? Also, why does he have fire? Or why does she have fire? Not quite sure. Should we play Civ 6 again? Yeah, I've thought the same. I've woken up in cold sweats at night sometimes, thinking, why hasn't Masterful played Civ 6 recently? Yeah, I just never really got into Civ 6 like I did with Civ 5. I don't know. I just liked the city builder aspect of it more than anything else. Which is weird, I know. Here it's a strategy game, not a city builder. But yeah, do it, Minnie. What was I saying? Yeah, so I just never really got into Civ 6. I wasn't a big fan of some of the changes they made, which I think weren't really changing them. They just went back to what Civ 4 had. It's like one thing I didn't like is the fact that builders are now like consumable, basically. So if you make them build something, they have like 3 uses and then they disappear. So they can either build 3 things and that's it. And then like roads aren't buildable. The way roads are made is with like merchants going between places. So if you set up trade routes between your towns and stuff, they would have a road between them eventually. It was like just weird stuff like that I wasn't a big fan of. Think about you at night? I think about a lot of things at night. But yeah, so yeah, I just never really got into it, and then all the DLCs have come out since. So it's like, if I ever wanted to get back into it, I'd want to do it with the expansions and stuff. Because I want to try some of them out, like the weather one, which looks really cool, like the floods and the volcanoes and stuff. Yeah. Queen Substance. Tasty? You need to get Civ 5. Well, yeah, no, Civ 5 is great. I have many an hour in Civ 5. Yeah, Civ 5 is just you make the builder and then they just build infinitely, but you have to build the roads and stuff yourself. But if you have like if you build the is it the pyramids, I think it is? Which gives you 2 free workers and increases like builder speed by 25% or something, and like a couple other things. Eventually, you can make roads in like 1 turn. You just fill out the entire map with just roads and railways and stuff. It's great. She gave me her white sticky white stuff. I read that wrong. Leave me alone. Also hot, extra sticky, and extra white apparently. Yeah, one of the cool things about Civ 5 is there's a lot of modded content for it. I mean, there might be for 6, but I haven't checked, to be honest. I wouldn't know. Yeah, I know 5 has a lot of mods and stuff you can play with. Like modded civs and stuff, which is kind of cool. There's a lot of themed ones. This is like a lot of Lord of the Rings ones. I think there was actually a thing for Lord of the Rings where it was the Middle-earth map with all the civs of Middle-earth. This was like one big pack. And then you could play it like everyone's in their starting locations and stuff like that. Like how they would be in Middle-earth. It was really cool. It's like stuff like that. I don't think what else they've changed in Civ 6. In 5 anyway. Those are the two main things I wasn't a big fan of. Was just sort of how buildings were put down as... Oh, I don't think I mentioned that. How buildings were put down was like you had to put them on a tile rather than just your city having them. But then you have tile improvements. That the whole district thing was a bit confusing. It's one of those things that you can sort of get over, you know. That's a cool idea and everything, I just never got used to it. And I don't like change, in case anyone hadn't noticed. Change is bad. Me no like change. I pay for everything with exact amounts. No change. But yeah, so probably not the worst thing in the world, but and then the wonders were on tiles as well, which that kind of made sense. Like, because they are wonders, they are meant to be like these wondrous buildings that are, like have unique properties and stuff. So it kind of makes sense that it limits the number you can have. Because it like if you play on like a lower difficulty and like you sort of pick the right things as quickly as possible, you can. I have made like 20 or so wonders in like one city, just because I did it before everyone else. It was just like, oh, okay. But then you can't really do that in 6 because they have to be on tiles and stuff. So not only do you have to expand, but then you also have to put them on the tile using up whatever resource was on that tile. Oh, we captured it. Right, carve it then. Boo. We want blood. Blood.
Another successful hunt.
That's what I mean, well, yeah. You don't have to say it. Did you get what you needed, Craig? I think it was the silk or something. You got no blood gems. I thought you needed this. I thought you had to do the spider specifically for spider stuff.
How can I help you?
Oh, you did.
See you
Cool.
later, then.
What is this? What? What? Okay, a level 2 and 2 level 1s. Cool. Level 2 wide range? Sure. Why did it have to have level 3 geologist with it? If that was like any other, like most other skills, would have been useful. Why is it geologist? Actually disappointed. Was there an item prolonger? Yeah. Legend. Let me check. You get blood run jewels for as helper rewards. Doing low rank stuff. Best way to farm blood run jewels is by defeating the final boss. And you can get up to 6 in one run. So we can do Nawa if you want. Unless Minnie had something else to do. So that would give us parts to use for melding, which I wouldn't mind. Let's kill mothers then and make a lot of orphans. I mean, you didn't have to word it like that. I mean, like, you're not wrong, but do you really have to word it like that?
May the spirits protect you.
But as always, if anyone does want to join in, we do play in an open session. We do have an extra space. If anyone does want to join in, I mean, feel free to. We're currently gonna go make orphans, apparently, because we're terrible people.
Time for a break.
Logger's really not gonna do a lot here, is it?
Back to work.
Destroying their home before they're born. I mean, we're not destroying the environment. Technically.
Let's go. Just say the word. I'll be there in a moment.
I like how he's just looking at like the neck guard. Also, how much thunder resistance do I have? Because thunder, I think, is the thing I'm weakest against. Like as a base, I think it's like minus 13 or something. It's probably is the baby already born? Oh, is that what the twins are talking about at the very end?
I feel like a million.
Is that what they saying? Possibly. Might have had them when we knock it down into the hole. Wait, all that. How did that not hit me? I really shouldn't be using wire bug attacks. To remember that for this fight, because I need wire bugs to do this. Why am I up here? What was the point? Asgul's done. Good. He deserved it. Okay, yeah, if I could, like, you know, actually get up there, that would be kind of cool. Just a slightly vague hint, probably. Because, you know, we definitely need cliffhangers for these games. Because we're totally not going to keep playing it afterwards anyway. Because we all totally play Monster Hunter games just for the story and nothing else. The kind of I know, right? What a dick. Oh. Up we go! Oh, nice. Fragonate already? Never mind. Mine. Splitting wyvern shot. That didn't hurt him. Oh. It's not the same if you don't scream, you know. Or you feel kind of, made you feel kind of mushy. That's probably something you should get checked out. Pretty sure you're not meant to be mushy. Right in the eye. Oh. I mean, okay, the stories can be nice, but it's not the reason you play Monster Hunter, right? Like, you didn't go out of your way to get 4 Ultimate and be like, oh wow, this game's story looks amazing. Oh mine. Like, the better it is, the nicer the bonus, but I've come here to bop monsters and listen to cutscenes, and I'm all out of cutscenes. Fucking dick kicker. Goddamn dick kicker. No! Curse is foiled again. It's gonna break. Right. Start shooting. Oh! He got knocked down. But it'll probably get up again. We gotta kill it. We gotta beat it to keep it down. Oh. Is it just called? Oh yeah. Oh. Lol, no. Oh, one of its arms is broken. Wait, as in you posted... I just realized what you said. Did you post Asgore's dead body in Discord? Is that what you mean? What a fucked up masterful. Not gonna lie. Like, I know I'm not the best person in the world when it comes to that sort of thing, but damn, I got the Dragonator. Fine. Yeah, fire. Fire! Is it just holding itself now? See, now that we know that she is pregnant, when she does that, like, curl-up thing, like, you can clearly tell she's trying to protect something. So, it's kind of messed up that we then start hitting, like, around her chest area. You know? Are we the bad guys? I feel like we're the bad guys. Oh, you son of a bitch. Ah, slam! Like, we killed a literal baby in World, but that's because it was gonna blow up everything if we didn't. So, you know, it was technically okay. Whereas, why are we beating this one up? Because, I mean, Nawa and Ibushi were just trying to find each other. So we just sort of led them to each other. They would have found each other and just left us alone, right? So, I mean... like, it was a peaceful way to do this, but instead we're just like, lol, no, bomb. We should destroy the entire village. Yeah, well, there's a difference between a village and, like, the entire world. Hence the name world. That's a point. Why is this one called Monster Hunter Rise? Anyone put that one together? Like, I can't think of anything that we like. Do we rise to the like the we rise from nothing? I don't know. Also, Bob. I'm very confused. I mean, I know that the cause of the rampage, but like, it's because they're finding each other, right? So if they find each other, they'll just leave us alone, and then they'll be fine, right? I mean, it's flawless logic. How do I know it's flawless? Because I thought about it. I just try to wake up for your co, honey, please. Whoa, that's the real plot line. This entire time we've been in a coma, just pretending all this is happening. Right. That was the wrong button. Ah, I knew it.
More where that came from.
I should really heal before I die, shouldn't I? But I got a cheeky 400 damage in there, so... kinda worth? Don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move. Got a couple hits in there, that's fine. You broken its face? Yeah, no. This hand isn't broken. Is it? Oh, it might be. It was confusing which parts are broken and which aren't. You know? So we just sort of hit it and hope for the best. Crack it in that one. Oh, can't get that one because I haven't got any fireworks. Nah. Fuck. Game sucks. Wah. Wah. I'm gonna stand over here. Ow. I'm so glad that doesn't do damage. Uh oh. Uh-oh. 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 That could have killed me. That would have been very uncool. Got 2 shots off. I clearly helped. So you're an expert now, but you don't know what to do. Fair enough. You could do the Undertale soundtrack as Persona songs. There you go. Like all of it. Activate the turbo button on your controller always helps. Does your controller actually have a turbo button, Craig?
Here comes the messy part.
If so, what does it actually do? Is this good for button mashing?
Buddy.
Does.
Put this to good use.
Also, I hadn't liked you guys. My apologies.
I'll be taking this.
Let's see what you have.
You know what it does? You never pressed it. Don't. It'll blow the controller up. You won't be able to handle such power.
Nothing personal.
It will just vibrate intensely. So much so that your hands just cannot be controlled, and then they just sort of fall off. Like, they just generate so much heat that they just melt. Omega Flowery melody? Spoilers? Jeez. It does nothing. That's what you think. It's a slow burn.
Piece of cake.
No monster is evil. Usually they're hunted because they're disturbing the ecosystem. I mean, that's what you did in World. So I don't think I got any decorations from that. Be your best nightmare, finale, and end. Fair enough. Yeah, you guys not got any gems either? Huh. Well, then IGN lied to me.
Time for a rest.
A 7-star Gathering Hub quest can grant up to 6 Blood Run jewels at once as quest rewards. Again, this is also a chance. It may not, you may not receive any, or may only get 1 or 2, but you can get up to 6. It's likely to receive more than 1. Okay, so it's. Oh yeah, no, it is doing that one, supposedly. You just got an orb. Nice. Oh, it's because Crag died? Oh, that makes sense. God damn it, Crag. Got a different outro? Or an intro. Ooh. Also, Masterful, the name calling wasn't needed. Like, you could have just said you. Didn't have to call me an idiot. Bit mean. Yeah. Short 7-star rampage. Yas, queen.
Welcome to the hub. These are the rampage.
What am I doing? Oh, I have a couple more as well. Tigrex. Ugh. Ugh. Who wants to fight a Tigrex? Oh, also for the stats effects things, apparently if you put a stats effect on your Palico or Palamute, apparently that helps as well. Funny enough, I didn't think of doing, which I'm going to do now. The first gate is our final gate. Okay, got it. Well, okay, it's not like we died, was it? So, shush. Oh, he does have Blast, but that doesn't count. Game sucks. Where's poison? Because poison's good. The Rathian one. Rathian one. Oh no, I don't need 21 of them. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. Actually, how do you equip a Palico instead of your Palamute? Imagine failing a rampage. I know, right? Restaurant studying your intro into your nightmare and finale. Sounds good. Forge Palico gear. Well, no, I get that. But how do I switch them? Because at the minute I'm taking my Palamute with me. I don't know how to switch who I take with me. You take your main buddy with you on online quests. Oh, I see. And then I do. Oh. I'm with you. Also, dick shot. Why do you guys have them in 130? Oh, that's because it's the best armor, right? Adorable. And then the Rathian again. Yeah. Do 2, why not? There we go. The Luna's been missing out, yeah. But she's fine now, so actually. Hey, she's on healing duty. You can get attacking ones that increase elemental stuff, which apparently are really good for this sort of thing, so whatever. Manage equipment, loadout, rampage, which I didn't update. Oh, you know what? Give me a minute. Sorry. And then change this for that. And that's basically all I change. Oh, no, ignore me. I do need to change the... It'd be great if I just did things how they're meant to be done. You know? Instead of just dicking around all the time. Oh, whatever. I'll just keep it like this.
Standing by.
No, I haven't eaten. Fucking... It would be great just to be able to play games normally, you know? And not just be a giant idiot the entire time. Baby does the catwalk. Oh yeah. For daily life. Understandable.
Back to work.
There, now I'm ready. I think Minnie got sick of my shit. which is understandable. There we go. uh, game width say. Yeah, so you can't get the blood run gems from or jewels from rampage quests.
No one's getting
It's just
into the
from
village.
6-star and 7-star hub quests apparently. It doesn't matter which ones. I was about to get on my Palamute then, and then realised I didn't actually have one. Gather drop materials, play status elements, elemental blight, stun monsters. Okay.
Let's do this. This should do. Don't let me down. Let's do this. This should do the trick.
I should turbo. It worked. What? Your hands have melted?
We have to keep the village safe!
The hunt is on.
I'll do my part!
Ah, it's Winnie the Pooh. Okay, well, I managed to do 6 stuns in the first bit, so pretty good. The Wyvern Fire Artillery isn't going to happen. I think what you want to do is, if you are going to do a bunch of rampages with the same people, like the same group, you want to try and coordinate so everyone has like the same status effect. If you have 4 of you, do like 2 and 2. Have 2 of you on status elements and 2 of you on elemental blights, because chances are you'll have at least one of those in your list. Because if you're both on like poison, then it's going to make building up poison a lot easier than just one person doing it, as well as your Palicos doing it as well. And then it obviously helps having, like if you ride a poison monster or something. Like the Poke there. Ah, Poke has appeared.
They're coming.
Ow. I built my barrel. Dick.
Don't let me down. Let's have some fun.
None of that. The main thing's gone at least. Oh. Oh, come on. You was. God damn it, Winnie the Pooh. Ruin everything. Go get your head stuck in a tree of honey or something, I don't know. It wasn't a tree, was it? It was the beehive in the tree. No, wasn't the tree?
Lost an important device!
Also, what was with the splitting wyvern shot?